Deputy.
Alright y'all, thanks for tuning in here and welcome. This is going to be a very rough mock draft for the NFL draft coming up here this Thursday. So for the Heated Sports Edition, we're just going to be doing the first round because we're being honest, that's what most people are going to be caring about that aren't huge diehard NFL fans. So we have most of our Heated Sports team here. We have me, Justin, we got Pete, Kev, Harrison, and Zach. We pretty much just did a random, just order randomizer, so we're just going to go through 1 through 5, and then we're just going to keep that order going. We each have our picks, our specific teams. The only main rule that we have is that we're not going to do any trades, because we're being honest, there's definitely going to be trades, and there's really no way to actually predict them. They're clearly going to happen. A lot of people are going to trade up, trade back. So we're just going to stick with the order that's present right now, the main order that's been out since the season ended. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So thanks for tuning in with us and just, have a ball and let us know in the comments if you agree with any of the picks or if you think we're idiots for picking who we did. But yeah, feel free to let us know. So first pick, what are we doing? Cardinals.
I got the Cardinals, number 1 overall. They have needs pretty much everywhere. They went 3-13 last year. They have a huge lack of weapons. They don't really have much of a defense. But for me, I'm going to take Kyler Murray,
Yes, the
number
obvious.
1 overall. Because for me, it's a big thing is they have Cliff Kingsbury coming in as the new head coach. And with that, he's going to be running a lot of air raid offense.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to need somebody that can step in there and throw the ball around, create plays, especially because right now they don't have a lot of weapons on offense.
Nope.
So they're going to need a guy like Kyler Murray who can slide out of the pocket a little bit and make things happen.
Zach, you all right over there, dude?
No.
You triggered a little bit? Hey, but have no fear. I got the 49ers here at number 2. That was my pick. So I'm going with the obvious one there, Nick Bosa. I'm not disagreeing with Kyler at 1, but I think if he's gone, the best player available is clearly Nick Bosa, and the 49ers have a need for an edge rusher, so pretty easy decision on their part. Back and forth with Josh Allen a little bit because I think he's also a beast, but I'm taking Bosa all day between the two of them. So who had the Jets, number 3?
All right, I'm number 3, and I have them taking Josh Allen.
Josh, all right, yeah fair enough.
I think he's the best edge player in the draft, and
You like him over Bosa?
yeah.
Like if you were in my position, you're taking Allen over Bosa?
I think so. Yeah. I just think he has more potential than Bosa. I like Bosa as a number 1 pick just because.
You talked up
Kyler
Bosa.
shouldn't be a number 1 pick, but it's fine.
Fair enough.
But I just think with CJ Mosley, with him on that team, he can guide Allen.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And show his potential.
Little leadership role.
Exactly. So.
All right, you're at 4, Kev, right?
Yeah.
You got the Raiders.
Raider Nation, pick number 4. This one's actually really easy for me because I think Quinnen Williams is up there with with Nick Bosa for top defensive player in the draft. I think Nick Bosa might have a little edge on Williams, but I really think Quinnen Williams is a great talent. Raiders obviously need help almost everywhere, especially on defense, and he is at this point easily the best player available. So taking Quinnen Williams, pick 4.
I've heard a couple people literally just saying he's the best prospect in the draft. And it's just a matter of needs. Like these other top teams. I mean, if Arizona wants the quarterback, but the Jets and Niners, their D line is not solidified, but they definitely have more of a needed an edge rusher, which obviously Quinnen Williams isn't going to be much of compared to the other two. But yeah, I mean he's going to be crazy either way. Just dominated at Alabama. So Pete, you're rounding out the order at 5, man. Who you got the Bucs taking, dude?
I think they really need a wide receiver, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with DK Metcalf on that one.
Taking the top receiver.
Yeah, I think so. They really need someone to throw to, and
Over Mike Evans. Mike Evans on the other side.
yeah,
They
need a duo. They really need a duo.
Chris Godwin's gonna step up, but
I mean, I hate Chris Godwin, honestly.
What? Really?
I mean,
he's gonna have a big year.
you think so?
Yeah, I
No, I
know.
don't think that.
I don't know either.
What?
Yeah,
Honestly.
Ario, 6.
Wow, dude, that was wild. DK
Dude,
Metcalf.
there's gonna be
Okay.
some shockers, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta keep everyone on their toes, man.
At number 6, New York, I got that one. This is my favorite pick. I've been looking forward to this one. This is Dwayne Haskins. I mean, as a Penn State fan, I hate it, but Dwayne Haskins, I keep on comparing him to Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He's big.
I'll say
He's got an arm.
about.
He's accurate. His only knock is that he's only started 1 season at Ohio State, but that's his only thing. He's gonna need probably to take the first year as a backup, to learn a little bit. But he's got all the tools to be a great quarterback. Eli is on his way out.
Yeah.
It's time for some Dwayne Haskins at number 6.
Yeah. All right, so I'm at number 7. Like I said, we're just going to keep that same 1 through 5 order going the whole way. My guy, I think the Jags have several needs as some of the other teams, but overall, I think one of their biggest needs is on offensive line. They got Nick Foles, they got their guys, so it's going to be a matter of protecting him as much as they can. Apparently, from the research I've done, the Jags love this guy, Jawan Taylor, out of Florida. So that's I think that's the top O lineman, if not like one of the top two. So that's why I have the Jags taking. I've seen a lot of people agreeing with me on that. So I have Jawan Taylor going at number 7 there for them.
All right, so Detroit Lions are
Got the
taking
Lions.
Noah Fant at tight end. He's the best tight end. I think he's been the best tight end in the past 3 drafts, honestly. So, yeah, that's what I have.
He's fast.
Was that Hawkinson?
He's fast.
Which tight end was that?
Noah Fant.
Fant, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
say both of the Iowa guys are absolutely
Yeah,
insane.
Iowa produces pretty
Incredible.
good.
All right, guys. So we got the Buffalo Bills here now at 9. Kev, you're up, man. Who do you got them taking?
All right, Bills Mafia. It's honestly unbelievable that this player is still on the board. It's not a joke. We have
No, it's not a joke.
we have Devin White, who is personally my favorite player in this entire draft.
That's a steal at 9.
He's a great defensive player, very talented, fast, and as a person, I just love him. So he's the player that I'm most excited for to actually see be drafted. The fact that he's still here at 9, pretty nice right there. And we're gonna take him to Bills Mafia.
Easy. Yeah, they'll like that for sure. Pete, Denver, dude. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Andre Dillard then. I'm gonna go.
I'll
with,
say he's like the next guy there.
he's literally like the number 2, like the number 2 guy of like the whole thing. And you know, it's a shame that they might not get Jawan Taylor, but if anything, I think Andre Dillard's a good number 2 guy.
I'll say when I was like looking for like the Jags pick, like those were like the two that I kept seeing like back and forth.
Yeah.
Just for some reason, the Jags apparently really like Taylor, so that's why I chose him for them. But yeah, Dillard seems like he's just as good. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so this is one I'm excited for. Cincinnati at number 11. What are we thinking, dude?
I mean, that defense has holes everywhere. They just lost Vontaze Burfict to the Raiders this offseason. So I'm going to take inside linebacker Devin Bush from Michigan.
Animal.
Start building around that guy because he's a ball hawk. Like, he always finds his way to get to the ball. He's big, he's strong. Definitely the kind of guy you can build your defense around.
Oh,
So
yeah.
taking Devin Bush.
All right, so next up is Green Bay, and that's my pick. And I had a couple guys here, so I'm kind of trying to do like a last minute switch up and see who I want. A guy that I've seen that they like a lot is Brian Burns, which is an edge rusher out of Florida State, and I think he's been one of the top guys. Him and Colin Farrell out of Clemson are like the two like next rushers behind like Boza and Allen, so that's kind of who I'm gonna go with here.
Burns.
Yeah, Brian Burns, Florida State.
nasty.
I'll say the little bit of stuff that I saw, like Green Bay's, like they've had him in for a visit and everything, and Green Bay seems to like him, so I'll say that's who I had. But yeah, I had a few guys picked out, but that's who I'm gonna go with for Green Bay there, Brian Burns.
All right, number 13, I have the Dolphins taking Daniel Jones at quarterback.
Going with the quarterback.
I think they should get it
I like
now.
I'll say
that.
not
I
wait
like
until
that.
next
I
year.
love that one.
Yeah,
a
they
lot.
should not wait for a quarterback. They should get the quarterback now while the draft class is decent enough and just build around him. in the
They
next
have
draft.
Fitzmagic.
Okay.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year
And
contract.
we saw him do well in the first 4 games.
I'm completely kidding.
Yeah.
Ravens have to play in week 1 though, so I'm literally pooping my
Yeah,
pants.
Daniel Jones is just so,
All right, man. Falcons here at 14. What are we thinking?
Falcons offense, I mean, is pretty loaded, so they're obviously going to go defense here. We got some talent on the board. I'm thinking I'm going to take the first cornerback off of the board here at pick 14. It is tough. Greedy Williams, I'm not crazy about, but he is very talented. He has a lot of intangibles that you look for in a quarterback. So I'm going to take Greedy Williams here for the
Greedy.
Atlanta Falcons.
He's fast. He's
Yeah.
crazy. I'll say he's definitely one of the top corners. I mean, there's a couple guys that are kind of up there all around the same, but yeah, I don't hate that
It's
pick
between
at all.
him and Byron Murphy.
I mean, the Falcons have a lot of needs on defense, but I mean, it kind of just depends on what their priorities are in a sense. Like, I mean, there's obviously a couple routes they can go, but yeah, I mean, their secondary hurt them a lot last year, so. All right, 15, Washington Redskins.
I'm
Who we
gonna
up at, Pete?
I think with them focusing a lot on their offense, I mean, personally, I hope the Redskins just fall apart and we never see them ever again.
thank you.
But I think they're going to focus a little more on their defense too. And I think a good edge rusher would be the person to start off with. And I think Rashawn Gary would have to go with that one.
Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Redskins fan?
No, they need to get Drew Lock. we need a quarterback.
Dude, I thought you liked
Josh
Daniel
Johnson?
Jones though.
I
Didn't you
know.
like Jones
I
better?
looked at both of them. I think not Daniel Jones.
What's
Drew
wrong
Lock.
with the guy that you have, man?
Daniel Jones.
No, the quarterbacks that you have.
Oh, Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll be good
the
for you
one
guys.
good year. In
I think it's a
8 year span.
I think it's exactly. I think if they don't make a trade in the draft, I think it's exactly what I said. Like, there's a lot of good like prospects coming out next year. So like with Fitzmagic in Miami, like he's a filler. Like I mean, we can all pretty much agree that he's going to be a filler for.
It's kind of useless.
I'll say. I mean, it's
little bit
useless, but I'll say it depends. If they're, I think that's definitely a team that could like trade up, like,
And I really hope
and
they just do
throw
something.
a lot
kinda
at some
useless
teams to
here.
trade up for him. But I mean, yeah, if they don't like Drew Lock and he's the only guy there, I mean, they could easily take some other routes. But I like Rashawn Gary a lot. He fell off a little bit too. Like that's a good spot to get him
The
if he's still
defense
there.
wasn't terrible this year though. Like it was leading the league in the first 8 weeks. and
Yeah,
they
I'll
fell
say
apart
I'll
with
say they kind of
injuries.
fell
So,
off
I mean,
at the
like,
end. Yeah,
They're not terrible. I think offense is their
what they're focusing on more.
Yeah, they should be at least.
Yeah. All right, we got Carolina at 16.
Carolina,
Harrison,
like,
right? Yeah. What do we got?
yeah.
Dude?
I mean, I think they're really lacking receiver talent, which is why I was hoping DK Metcalf made a full out, but there he goes at number 5. I think another big issue is the offensive line. Cam Newton's kind of taken a beating in his career there in Carolina. I mean, it's because he ran a lot, but I'm taking Andre Dillard, offensive tackle out of Washington State. As much as they need a wide receiver, I think just as much they need protection in the pocket. If Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey can get some time, I can see him doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. I'm all for it. So, I'll say next up is the Giants' second pick, and this is kind of one that I went like back and forth on for a while. And if we're being completely honest, a lot of the players that I had here got taken in the last like couple picks. A guy that I like there that I mentioned a little bit earlier that I think the Giants are going to look for because they need to beef up their defense, I think, more than offense, especially now that they got their quarterback, assuming that this is true and they would get Haskins or one of the other guys. So what I'm looking at for the Giants is another edge rusher, like I said. A guy that I mentioned earlier is going to be Christian Wilkins, the guy out of Clemson. I want to make sure I got the name right. So I think he's going to be pretty good, and I like it a lot. And now I'm struggling to find him, but...
He can do a split.
Yeah, wait, that's
do a
right.
split.
Yeah, that's the guy that was doing it, yeah.
I think that got him moved up the draft boards.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Yeah, no, that guy's
it's
insane.
marketing right there.
Okay, I found him. All right, so we're good to go. Who has the Vikings here then?
All
next?
right, I do. At 18, and they're taking Jonah Williams,
Jonah Williams.
offensive tackle. I think he's a good fit. I like him coming out of Alabama and that huge system with Nick Saban.
Oh, yeah.
So they really know how to produce players for the draft. So I think it's a smart move for the Vikings, and they need one. So
Yeah, I'll say, I mean, that's definitely one of their biggest needs, too. I mean, that Cousins obviously didn't have the best year last year, and I mean, if he gets more protection, that'll obviously help him, so. All right, y'all, so still a lot of big names on the board, some guys that have fallen off a little bit. We got the Titans here at 19, so who are we taking for the Titans here?
Ooh, Titans, leaning offense here, and this might be a little bit of a surprise. Delaney Walker is getting up there in age.
Yeah.
Might be one of his last years, so I think they could find his replacement in this draft, first round. We have a great talent on the board with T.J. Hawkinson, all around, just great tight end, and I think he'll help out the entire offense. Marcus Mariota just giving him
It's a nice weapon
another
for him.
target. Yeah.
All right, Peter, Pittsburgh at number 20. What are we thinking, dude?
Well, considering that after losing Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell this past season, and their backups in a way doing a phenomenal job of taking the team back, I think after looking at what's been going on in their season, they need to amp up their defense.
I agree.
And I think they need, yeah, honestly, other than maybe a defensive coordinator, but
Facts.
I think they need a safety, and I think Chauncey Gardner-Johnson would do the job perfectly for that.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, like their secondary is definitely like what's hurting them a lot. So especially, I love Devin Bush, and I don't think he's gonna fall to 20. But that's the obvious pick if he does. But if not, yeah, beefing up the secondary is what they need to focus on for sure.
I feel like if they do that, they got a guy who's versatile, very athletic, very fast, and at the same time can have a lot of power behind him.
Oh, definitely.
They,
yeah.
that's really.
He can tackle for sure. I'll say I've looked up. I've done a little bit of research on him to prep for the weekend. So we got Seattle at 21. Harrison,
Yeah,
you're up right
Seattle,
there. What do you got,
number
man?
21. I'm taking quarterback Will Greer from West Virginia.
Well, really?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
They're
all right.
saying Russell Wilson at that 4-year whatever it is.
He's not the highest paid.
I'm taking Marquise Brown, wide receiver out of Oklahoma, because the dude can create. He's fast, absolute animal. Put up big numbers at Oklahoma last year.
Yeah.
I think pairing him with Doug Baldwin would give Russell Wilson a lot more places to put the ball.
Oh yeah.
I think that's kind of the missing link that they have. I was impressed with how their defense stepped up after losing LOB. So I think that I would put my concentration to wide receiver.
Yeah.
So yeah, Marquise Brown's my guy.
All right, yeah, so I'm up next here with the Ravens, and I had the two big receivers as my guys here because I think the Ravens need to beef up their receiver core. So since Brown and Metcalf are both gone, I'm going with best available because we have Ed Oliver and Montez Sweat, who most likely will not be here at this point. So I'm just going to, with the situations that we have, I'm going to go with Montez Sweat because I think the Ravens need to beef up that D-line a little bit. Ed Oliver, I think, would benefit them a lot, but I think their biggest need between the two positions is more of an edge guy, so Montez Sweat to Baltimore.
They got Brandon Williams on a big deal right now, so they don't need a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got Montez Sweat
would be
there.
Obviously unrealistic, but that would be awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, you gotta go with best available when it's that's like a top 10, top 15 guy falling that far. I don't think that's a pretty obvious one there. So next up we got Houston at 23.
All right.
So what are we thinking for the
I have them
Texans?
taking what I think is the best cornerback in the entire draft, in DeAndre Baker from Georgia.
I love DeAndre.
I think he's a consistent and shows a lot of potential, and Houston really knows how to work their secondary to make them pretty elite over time at least.
Man, for a Redskins fan, you're pretty smart.
Thanks.
he's very like NFL ready right now, and like I like him like when I was doing like stuff for Pittsburgh, like Greedy Williams and Baker are like my two favorite corners.
Yeah.
So I mean Greedy obviously was taken already, but yeah, Baker's another guy that I like a lot. So.
I think the Texans are like a corner away from being elite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Their defense is pretty.
They got Tyron, or no, they lost Tyron.
They
Matthew
did.
to the Chiefs, but
I think this is just going to help their secondary.
oh yeah,
more,
that's
so.
a good replacement for him. Yeah, was what I was getting at. So all right, so we got another Raiders first round pick at number 24. So what are we thinking for this pick at 24?
I'm lucky enough to have Raider Nation 2 times in this draft. However, this is so frustrating because obviously my first pick I took Quinnen Williams, and Ed Oliver is still sitting on the board, but drafting 2 defensive tackles in the first round is almost certainly not going to happen. So I'm going to have to look elsewhere, and I am going to draft a cornerback because they still need help on that defense almost everywhere. It's going to be Byron Murphy to Raider Nation, helping that defensive backfield. And yeah, wish I could take Ed Oliver, but I already have Quinnen Williams, so we'll make it work.
They'll make it work for sure. So Philly, 25. Big Eagles fans here. What are we thinking, dude?
I mean,
no pressure.
Oh yeah, but it's funny. In the past couple of seasons, we've seen Howie pull off these amazing. I don't know what he's doing, but like amazing, almost godlike trades and contracts and so on with these defensive players. In this past season, we really built up our defense. And our offense, as much as they've been able to go through the line with injuries, I think Philly needs to look a little more towards the future, especially if we're going to have trust, which I do, in Carson Wentz. And I think they need an offensive tackle. And I think Cody Ford out of Oklahoma would be a good choice for that one.
I like that. I like that pick, especially for the. I mean, the Eagles have a lot of offensive weapons, especially getting Jordan Howard. Like their need was at running back for a while, but getting Jordan Howard kind of filled that hole. So that's not a bad pick at all. Yeah, that'll help. Carson Wentz will love that pick for sure. Colts 26. What are we thinking for Indianapolis?
I thought this one was pretty easy. I'm taking Dexter Lawrence out of Clemson. I think one of the biggest needs was a run stopper right there in the middle. Kind of gashed up a little bit.
Skipping on Ed Oliver.
Just take out Oliver.
I like Dexter Lawrence. Clemson's defense was top notch last year.
Their D line is crazy. What did having like 3 of their D linemen drafted in the first round?
Yeah. All right, so I have Oakland's next pick, the last of many picks in the first round. And since this guy is still here, Raiders made a lot of moves, obviously, but one of the positions they're still lacking is at running back. Josh Jacobs, I think, is the best running back prospect in the draft, the only one worth taking in the first round. So I have them taking the best running back in the draft. They filled a lot of other needs with their other picks that we've gone over so far, so I think that's a pretty obvious choice for them. Getting a nice weapon on to fill out the offense with like Derek Carr, Antonio Brown, and all those guys. So got Josh Jacobs going at 27.
I approve of that.
Approve.
I think we honestly have built the Raiders.
The representatives of Raider Nation.
We built the Raiders a solid draft.
Yeah, you guys are welcome if you're watching.
Like,
if anybody from Raider Nation's watching this.
Yeah,
so.
They
We
might
got we have the Chargers at number
All right.
28. So what are we thinking for
Um,
Los Angeles now? The LA Chargers.
I think another addition they can make to their secondary is Amani Oruwariye, whatever how his last name is pronounced. He's from Penn
Close, yeah.
State, and he did great. I think I loved him in Penn State, so I think it's a good fit to go along with Desmond King, whatever.
Yeah. I'll
whoever
say
they drafted.
Yeah, I'll say especially. I mean, being a Penn State fan, I've watched him a lot, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's kind of up there in the rankings.
He
As well,
definitely
'cause that,
rose.
that honestly surprised me, but yeah, he had a really good combine and everything.
Yeah.
So
I think he's
yeah.
good.
I'll say he's definitely a first round talent. If like
Mhm.
especially later on where a lot of these teams need secondary help.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. Yeah. So we got the Chiefs at 29. What are we doing?
All right. Chiefs have a pretty nice roster at this point. They don't need much help. Ed Oliver is on the board, and I just don't think
Just do it.
I don't think I can pass them up.
No.
Chiefs, they have more glaring needs than defensive tackle, but Ed Oliver is
a
a
beast.
talent that they should not pass on at this point. Would have gone O-line for the Chiefs most likely, but just since Ed Oliver is on the board, we're going with him to Kansas City.
I have the last pick, and I was taking him. New England doesn't need a defensive lineman, but I was going to take him just because it'll be a straight up crime if he's not taken in the first
Him
round.
and Chris
so.
Jones, holy crap!
Yeah.
Chris Jones is an animal.
So we have the Green
Yeah.
Bay Packers in at number 30. They got the Saints pick in a trade, so they're at number 30 as of right now. So what are we thinking for Green Bay?
I think they need a quarterback for one, and I also think their quarterback needs to keep himself on the low since how he's been doing so far, and with that major contract, and he's becoming almost like a diva quarterback. No offense, Aaron Rodgers, you got the skills, but at the same time, it's time to shut up. I think Greedy Williams out of LSU would do them
He's
very
taken
nicely.
already.
Oh, he's taken.
Yeah.
Falcons, sorry.
So that's all right.
Are you really sorry?
I kind of got you on the DK Metcalf. So how about
We can
all
talk.
right.
We can talk trades later.
You thinking a
we
corner
could.
still?
Yeah, I think DeAndre Baker.
He's also
All right,
gone.
so- yeah, Texans.
Everyone.
We got Lonnie Johnson out of Kentucky is the top corner.
Yeah,
right now, I think so.
I think at that point.
Go with him.
hmm
I think, yeah, I mean, the Green Bay, they have a lot of offensive pieces. I mean, I was looking at them maybe taking a tight end. I mean, it's tough. Like, I was doing some research on a lot of mocks, had both the Iowa guys. Not both of them, but some of them, like in some of the drafts, like one of those guys falling to them. And I
Is Jimmy
can
Graham
maybe
still
see
in
them
there?
doing that. He is, but like they're talking about they're like doing like a dual tight end system or something like that. I'm just for another weepon for Rodgers, and
I
those
think
guys
they
are
need a
so
receiver.
talented. But I mean,
Yeah.
their secondary is kind of struggling too.
N'Keal
So yeah,
Harry.
I think a top corner, or
Yeah.
top safety would be good for them too. So. Last two picks here, we got the Rams coming in at number 31. What are we thinking for the LA Rams?
The
Coming off
Rams are
Super
another
Bowl loss.
team that I don't really think needs a lot. I think they're pretty well rounded. Absolutely.
Some of us hate Jared
atrocious.
Goff.
Yeah.
Guy with no arthritis could be one.
So what are we thinking for them, dude? What do you got?
I'm taking Eric McCoy, offensive lineman from Texas A&M, just to give a little extra, because that's an aging offensive line.
Yeah, yeah.
Still really talented.
Yeah,
But I mean, why not beef up an offensive line that's guarding for Todd Gurley?
Oh yeah.
Give him more running space.
if they use him.
Give him more time to throw the ball. Yeah. Other than that, they don't really need
Yeah.
too
What was the
much.
name one more time?
It was Eric McCoy,
Gotcha.
Texas A&M.
All right. Yes, we got that. And yeah, I have the last pick. So I hate the Patriots, but they won it again. They lost a lot of key offensive weapons, or I mean, they're kind of lacking on offense. They're usually pretty good at developing their defensive players, and I mean, they lost their coordinator they lost their coordinator this year, now coaching in Miami, but I think their defense is okay, and I think you're kind of going with trying to beef up that offense for Brady. Losing Gronk, try to replace him with another prospect. I have 3 wide receivers here that I all like. I think I'd probably go with A.J. Brown over Hakeem Butler and N'Keal Harry. I like A.J. Brown a lot out of Ole Miss. I think he did a lot in college last year. Him and Metcalf were just ridiculous. So I could see New England taking A.J. Brown, develop him under Brady, and I could see him being an instant weapon and helping out that offense a lot. So
I like N'Keal better.
you like N'Keal better?
Yeah.
I'll say, I mean, I like it's tough. Like, I like N'Keal a lot, but I mean, yeah,
Especially with
it's,
who he's training with, Calvin Johnson.
yeah.
Hakeem Butler, like if you read my article, you know he's a beast.
Yeah, we hyped up Butler a good bit, but that is going to be it, guys. guys, that's our first round mock. Some shockers, a lot of guys that fell a little bit, got drafted too early. But I mean, if we're being honest, you really can't predict what's actually going to happen. You can do dozens of mock drafts, and things still aren't going to work out how people are going to expect it to. We got a lot of our own opinions in here, and we think we got it covered pretty well. So let us know what you think, if you agree, disagree with anything we got. And yeah, feel free to like the video and just let us know what you think. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. So have a good night, guys.